Okay, you guys know I normally don't get political on this channel, but I sort of felt like I had to respond to this. This is a good friend of mine, River Gibbs, and I hope we're still good friends after this response video. um, but anyway, River is commenting on the recent Kathy Griffin controversy, and his point of view is, well, it admittedly comes from the left. And River does not make any secret of him being a leftist. So, well, anyway, let's just get into this, and I'll give you my thoughts as the video goes along.
Hey guys, it's River Gibbs. Kathy Griffin did a controversial photo shoot with a photographer, and she released the photos on her social media. Take a look. Yeah, okay, it's her posing with a decapitated Trump head. Oh God, let's all lose our shit.
Well, River, it's not really so much about losing our shit, as it were. I have to tell you, and something that you bring up later on in the video here, is that individuals who hung Obama in effigy, or hung an Obama dummy and burnt it, or did other things, I find that just as reprehensible as I find this photograph. And I know River later on in the video explains that this is supposed to be a joke. Well, to me, it's not really a joke, as I'm sure it wasn't a joke when people were hanging Obama in effigy. We'll just put it that way. This is more akin to something ISIS would do. This is the tactics of ISIS. And really, I don't find this funny at all. I don't even know what the joke is supposed to be quite honest. But that's just me, River. You know, you may have a different take on this, and I would appreciate your feedback on this particular, on my response video. You know, and I mean, let's keep it civil and respectable. Anyway, continuing on.
Donald Trump Jr., the dumbass, tweeted, "Disgusting but not surprising. This is the left today. They consider this acceptable. Imagine a conservative did this to Obama as POTUS." They did do this to Obama as POTUS. They were taking dummies and joking about lynching Obama. So,
well, yes, and again, I will say that I find this just as reprehensible as I do anything that Kathy Griffin did. But by the same token, this was not done on a national level. This was done by a few, crazed right-wing rednecks in their yards and things of that nature. Do I condone this? Certainly I do not. I don't condone this at all. No more than I condone what Kathy Griffin did. So I'm not going to play moral equivalency. I'm going to call out both incidents and say that both were equally reprehensible. I do not want to see this done to any president. I don't care who it is. I don't care how much I dislike that president. I don't want to see this done to any of them. Anyway, continuing on.
Don't act like this isn't on both sides, first of all.
Well, yeah,
Second of all,
is.
big fucking deal. You act like this is such a big deal. Why are you complaining about this when the Republican Party is...
Well, it really isn't that big of a deal. I'll just say this. It's not really that big of a deal to me personally. I'm basically over this. But I know that there are conservatives that are going to continue to, bring this up and everything like that, and that's their right. By the way, that's their right. That's their right under freedom of speech. And by the way, I would never deny Kathy Griffin her right to freedom of speech. And I watched a video by a ex-Secret Service agent earlier, and he said that really, it all depends on intent as far as taking legal action against Kathy Griffin. It all depends on whether she willingly created that particular photo to, I don't know, where she would be willing to follow up on the actions, to take action rather than just having a photo of a decapitated Trump head. Now, River is going to get into something here which I think essentially loses the plot. And I hate to say it, but it's almost as if he's justifying what Kathy Griffin did by using a straw man argument. And I'll show you what I mean here right now.
Passing policies that are actually killing people, actually harming families. The middle class is shrinking, the wealth...
Now see, that's a little bit of hyperbole, I think, on River's part. I don't think there are policies that are actually killing people. I think that's going a little too far, But that's just me. I mean, River can feel free to respond to this video if he chooses, and that's fine. And I will respect his right to his opinion. But as I certainly hope he would respect my right to mine. Anyway, continuing on.
Gap in this country is gigantic, and it's growing because of Republican policies largely. The House Republican proposed budget, if passed, it won't be passed, but if it passed, it would cut $192 billion over the next 10 years from the SNAP program.
Okay, citation needed. Is there a link to that particular article, River, so I can read it for myself and make a judgment? That would be something that I would ask for. I would ask for a citation needed on this particular. Well, let's see if he does have the link to that. No, he doesn't seem to have the link to that. Perhaps he'll put the link in the description under the comments. In the comments, maybe he will do that, and I would certainly appreciate it, River. I really would, and I promise I would read the article and make an assessment on it.
Food stamps for families who are struggling. No, not people who are laying on their ass on food stamps their whole lives. This would cut people who are on food stamps for an average of 8 to 10 months who really need a head start in life. So don't do that. Don't have that be your policy. Don't be pushing that shit and then talk to me about Kathy Griffin holding up a Trump head, acting like she's good. Come on. You people make me sick. You're despicable. Chelsea Clinton tweeted, "This is vile and wrong. It is never funny to joke about killing a president."
Now see, that I agree with. For once I will agree with something Chelsea Clinton said. And it's not funny to joke about killing a president. Now, and River says in just a minute or so that this is just supposed to be a joke. Well, maybe it's just me, but I don't really see the joke in this. I don't really see the humor in this. In holding up a severed head, ersatz severed head of President Donald Trump. I didn't see the humor in people hanging Obama in effigy either. So, yes, I'm addressing this on both sides, just to be fair.
Come on, lighten up. I'm a liberal through and through, but this is the problem I have with you. You just protest shit before you even know what you're fucking protesting, okay? When it isn't packaged with a little bow exactly how you expect it to be packaged all the time. Oh my God. Do you think her message with this was that we should go kill Donald Trump? No!
Well, no. I don't think that was her message, but see, there could be some unbalanced individual who sees that and thinks, you know what? It might be a good idea to actually go attempt to assassinate the president. And I'm sure that there were unbalanced individuals on the right who also had that same mindset. And by the way, I didn't condone them either, and I still don't condone those individuals. The ones who made death threats against President Obama on Twitter. And by the way, why hasn't Twitter shut down accounts of individuals who took to Twitter and made death threats against President Trump? It seemed like they did it for those who threatened Barack Obama, and I have no problem with that. If they, I have no problem with people with Twitter shutting down people's accounts if they make death threats against the president. But I think it should be applied equally to both issues.
Fucking comedian! There are these little things called...
She's a comedian? Since when? Since when is she a comedian? I've never particularly found her all that funny. I mean, all I have found is how vile and disgusting she is. Now, River's about to make the point, this is just a joke. Well, again, I don't see the humor in it.
Jokes. Let me explain to you what a joke is. A joke is something that is not meant to be taken so seriously. So when Kathy Griffin jokes about killing Donald Trump, she's joking. She's not actually going to kill Donald Trump.
Well, right. I agree. I mean, there's a little thing called intent. You would have to have intent to actually do something like this. So... And again, that's what that former Secret Service agent was saying earlier, in the video that I saw earlier. He was saying it would depend on the intent. So, I don't think Kathy Griffin has any intention of killing President Trump. But again, some unbalanced individual could see that video or see this of Kathy Griffin and think, oh gee, that might be a good idea. So, again, I mean... That's what that goes to. I mean, it could inspire some whack job to do something bad to the president.
It is a joke, and most people who have rational thought can understand this. The liberals are silencing language, even if it's language that agrees with them. Even if it's language that agrees with them, and it just isn't packaged right. No wonder we're fucking losing. People have got to get over this shit. I was really gaining a lot of respect for Kathy Griffin during the course of this big scandal because people were losing their shit over this photo, and she was sticking to her guns how she should be. And I was really gaining a lot of respect for her. But then, cue the outrage from the liberals and from the conservatives, and here she goes. Let's start self-loathing. Here's what she posted on Twitter.
Hey everybody, it's me, Kathy Griffin. I sincerely apologize. I am just now seeing the reaction of these images. I'm a comic. I crossed the line. I moved the line. Then I crossed.
Okay, if she is sincere with her apology, then why did she roll her eyes? I mean, it seems to me like she's only apologizing because of the backlash. She's apologizing because she got caught doing this stupid stunt, which admittedly it was very stupid. Why is she rolling her eyes? If she was truly sincere, she wouldn't be rolling her eyes now, would she? I don't think she would.
It. I went way too far. The image is too disturbing. I understand how it offends people. It wasn't funny. I get.
Now again, she rolls her eyes. I mean, to me, this is just not a sincere apology. But that's just my personal feelings on it.
It. I've made a lot of mistakes in my career. I will continue. I asked your forgiveness, taking down the image, going to ask the photographer to take down the image, and I begged for your forgiveness. I went too far. I made a mistake, and I was wrong.
I'm so sorry. Oh, God.
Well, I think River, I mean, he's doing a bit of what you might call a comic reaction. I think he's trying to draw laughs with this particular, overdone reaction. But I personally don't think she apologized because she sincerely thought that she did something wrong. I think she was only apologizing so she wouldn't lose her gig on CNN, which she did. So she wouldn't lose gigs at upcoming shows at casinos, which she did. And she lost her deal with Squatty Potty as well. So, but it's funny. Squatty Potty took less than a day to drop her as their spokesperson, and then CNN took a whole day to drop her as far as the their New Year's Eve celebration. Now, look, I'm all for freedom of speech and everything, and it's fine, and freedom of expression. But you know, there have to be consequences. You have freedom of speech, but you don't have freedom from consequences. And Kathy Griffin has suffered some consequences. You know, do I think those individuals who hung Obama in effigy should have suffered some consequences? Maybe. They should have had a visit from the Secret Service as well. I don't know if they did. I mean, I never heard if they did or not. So, anyway.
Oh, I'm a little comedian and I went too far. Come on, Kathy. Stick to your guns. Stand up for freedom of expression and free speech. Because if you're a dumb person...
Well, River, this goes beyond freedom of speech, and this goes beyond freedom of expression. I mean, this could be construed as a threat. I don't think she's going to go to prison for it. I don't think anything's going to happen to her legally. But again, I mean, it is a, what do you call it? It's like a, I don't know if it's supposed to be a parody of ISIS or if it's a mockery of ISIS. I don't know what her intent was. But I mean, it looks a lot like something ISIS would do, I can tell you that much. And I think I'm just going to end it right here because essentially he just goes into, you know, chastising Kathy Griffin for apologizing and things of that nature. And by the way, River, I hope you don't ask me to take this video down, because I think this falls under what is it, fair use. But yeah, River, I'm a big advocate of maybe not. I'm a big advocate of where I don't agree with what you say, but I will defend to the death your right to say it. So anyway, I'm really looking forward to hearing, perhaps seeing your response to this video. Anyway, I guess that's it. So, see you guys in the funny papers.